which I sadly couldn't find, but I found these in a box full of other ancient relics from the past. Nintendo Game Boy and Nintendo 8-bit, Super Nintendo, along with a lot of games. I actually used to battle a lot with this deck when I was younger. They used to have competitions in toy stores. And me and a friend used to go and try to battle other players, and you could win badges and prizes. The one we used to go to was Toys R Us, and this deck right here I used to play with a lot. Probably not the best deck since it was the first one I ever built, but I had a lot of fun. So the cards are probably not in great condition, but we'll find out soon. I used to have a lot of decks, different decks, and binders full of cards. But I gave it all away to my nephew when he was young. And I asked him about it a couple years ago, but he said that he lost it all and he doesn't know where it is. And very unfortunate. All my poor and Charizards, they would probably be worth a couple dollars today. At least I have this one left. Anyways, let's check out the deck. Alright guys, so let's go through the deck. First I should say this deck is water and fighter based. And I think there's cards from the base set, jungle set, and a fossil set. There might be some cards from Team Rocket, but I can't remember. I think there is. Let's look through them and see what we have. The first card is a trainer card, a potion. Remove up to 2 damage counters from one of your Pokemon. Double colorless energy. Provides 2 colorless energy. Doesn't count as a basic energy card. There's a fighter energy. There's obviously going to be a lot of energy cards in the deck, so I might just skip through them a little faster. There's another energy. Pokédex Trainer card. Look at up to 5 cards from the top of your deck and rearrange them as you like. Then we have a Super Potion. Discard 1 energy card attached to one of your own Pokemon in order to remove up to 4 damage counters from that Pokemon. So this is a much better potion than the first one we saw. There's some, I don't know, is it in Chinese letters, Japanese letters, I can't tell, on the actual bottle. Energy card, another energy card. I think this the first base set released in 1999 January, if I remember correctly. Professor Oak, another trainer card. Discard your hand, then draw 7 cards. That's a pretty nice card, actually. That is, I guess, considered a very broken card in some other card games. Especially if you just have like one card in your hand and you can draw seven new cards. Scoop up. Choose one of your Pokemon in play and return its basic Pokemon cards to your hand. Discard all cards attached to that card. You can see the little guy getting scooped up here. I don't know if you can hear the birds outside, but they're going crazy right now. They're performing outside. Energy, full heal energy. If you play this card from your hand, the Pokemon you attach it to is no longer asleep, confused, paralyzed, or poisoned. Full heal energy provides 1 colorless energy. Doesn't count as a basic energy card. Here you can see it's from the Team Rocket expansion. Energy Search. Search your deck for a basic energy card and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. There is the symbol for the fossil set, which came out in I can't really remember, but I think it was the second half of 1999. I know that the jungle set came out in June because my birthday is in June, and I think it came out right before my birthday in June, so this one may be a couple months after that. Here's the first Pokemon we've seen so far, a Machop. Punch, kick, 20 damage, 30 damage. It's said that not even pro wrestlers can take down a Machop. This is from Team Rocket. So the Team Rocket set had the dark cards as well. So you had the dark, like the dark Blastoise and dark Wartortle and stuff like that. Machoke. Karate Chop does 50 damage minus 10 damage for each damage counter on Machoke. Submission. Machoke does 20 damage to itself. Its muscular body is so powerful that it must wear a power safe belt to help regulate its motions. He is very strong. There's a dark card. Dark Machamp. Mega Punch. 30 damage. And Fling. Your opponent shuffle his or her active Pokemon and all cards attached to it into his or her deck. This attack can't be used if your opponent has no benched Pokemon. It's almost impossible to defend against the Machamp's 4 powerful arms. I used to love these cards when I was a kid, when they were like shiny and glittering and everything. Machop, low kick, 20 damage. Loves to build its muscles. It trains in all styles of martial arts to become even stronger. This guy could probably kick Bruce Lee's butt. Then we have a Magikarp. Tackle 10 damage. Flail does 10 damage times the number of damage counters on Magikarp. In the distant past, it was stronger than its horribly weak descendants that exists today. guess some cards look better than other ones, but this one was really bad. Dark Gyarados. Also another dark card. Pokemon Power Final Beam. When Dark Gyarados is knocked out by an attack, flip a coin. If heads, this power does 20 damage for each water energy attached to Dark Gyarados to the Pokemon that knocked out Dark Gyarados. Apply weakness and resistance. This power doesn't work if Dark Gyarados is asleep, confused, or paralyzed. Ice Beam, flip a coin. If heads, the defending Pokemon is now paralyzed. Normally found only in the deep ocean, it has recently been seen in shallow waters as well. Very cool card. I have no idea if these cards hold any value, but I assume they don't since they're not in the best condition anymore. I mean, I guess some of them are, not this one. Pokemon Center. Remove all damage counters from all of your Pokemon with damage counters on them. Then discard all energy cards attached to those Pokemon. Life Force. Hitmonlee. This is a cool card. The kick version of the two fighters, the Hitmonchan and the Hitmonlee. This is obviously the Bruce Lee one, and the other one is the Jackie Chan, I guess, Hitmonchan. This is also from Fossil. Stretch Kick. If your opponent has any benched Pokemon, choose one of them, and this attack does 20 damage to it. It doesn't apply weakness. Don't apply weakness and resistance for benched Pokemon. High Jump Kick, 50 damage. When in a hurry, its legs lengthen progressively. It runs smoothly with extra long, looping strides. Hitmonlee. Then we have Mysterious Fossil. Play Mysterious Fossil as if it were a basic Pokemon. While in play, Mysterious Fossil counts as a Pokemon instead of a trainer card. Mysterious Fossil has no attacks, can't retreat, and can't be asleep, confused, paralyzed, or poisoned. If Mysterious Fossil is knocked out, it doesn't count as a knocked out Pokemon. Discard it anyway. At any time during your turn before your attack, you may discard Mysterious Fossil in play. It just started raining a lot outside, but I was waiting a little bit to see if it would pass, but hopefully it won't. The microphone won't pick it up too much. Water energy card. Machoke. Another Machoke. And a Squirtle. A little Squirtle from the Team Rocket set. Shell attack, 20 damage. Cute Pokemon that charms people with its innocent eyes. Loves swimming all day long. Look, a little Squirtle. its back swells and hardens into a shell. It powerfully sprays foam from its mouth. Look at all those bubbles. Squirtle. Water energy. Water, water, water. Fighter. Fighter energy. And a dark war turtle. Double slap. Flip 2 coins. This attack does 10 damage times the number of hits. Mirror shell. If an attack does damage to Dark War Turtle during your opponent's next turn, even if Dark War Turtle is knocked out, Dark War Turtle attacks the defending Pokemon for an equal amount of damage. He looks so mad. He looks so pissed off. He really looks like he doesn't want to talk to anybody. Leave me alone. A Pokemon with a negative attitude. It hides in its shell whenever it's in a bad mood, which is often. Yeah, I can tell. It looks pretty pissed and in a bad mood. And I hope this rain stops pouring down. Here's a classic War Turtle. Withdraw. Flip a coin. If heads, prevent all damage done to War Turtle during your opponent's next turn. Any other effects of attacks still happen. Bite of 40 damage. Often hides in water to stalk unwary prey. When swimming quickly, it moves its ears to maintain balance. The little War Turtle, you don't want him to bite you. Oh my god, it's raining so much right now. I think I need to pause it here for a couple of minutes and see if it slows down a little bit. The rain has finally slowed down a little bit. So let's continue with the water energy right here. And then we have another Pokédex trainer card. Another water energy. The water, 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 water. Look at this. Look at this horrible sleeve. Oh my god. Another double colorless energy. Fighter energy. A Geodude. Stone Barrage. Flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 10 damage times the number of heads. Found in the fields and mountains, mistaking them for boulders, people often step or trip on them. He looks like he's ready to fight. A real fighter. Then we have another trainer card, Revive. Put one basic Pokemon card from your discard pile onto your bench. Put damage counters on that Pokemon equal to half its HP, rounded down to the nearest 10. You can play Revive if your bench is full. 3 little stars. We have water energy. Fighter energy. There's a lot of energy in here. And the Blastoise. So I know Charizard is usually the people's favorite of the 3 main ones. But Blastoise was always my favorite. I loved Blastoise. Pokemon Blue, the blue version was the one I got for Nintendo Game Boy. Between the two, red and blue, and I chose Squirtle as my starter, and then I just fell in love with Blastoise. Pokemon Power As you like, during your turn, before your attack, you may attach one water energy card to one of your water Pokemon. This doesn't use up your one energy card attachment for the turn. This power can't be used if Blastoise is asleep, confused, or paralyzed. Hydro Pump does 40 damage plus 10 more damage for each water energy attached to Blastoise, but not used to pay for this attack's energy cost. Extra water energy after the second doesn't count. A brutal Pokemon with pressurized water jets on its shell. They are used for high-speed tackles. Blastoise. Energy card. Graveler. Oh, this is not in a sleeve. Harden during your opponent's next turn. Whenever 30 or less damage is done to Graveler after applying weakness and resistances. Prevent that damage. Any other effects of attack still happen. Rock Throw 40 damage. Rolls down slopes to move. It rolls over any obstacles without slowing or changing its direction. And the Golem. The evolution from Graveler. Avalanche, 60 damage. Self-destruct does 20 damage to each Pokemon on each player's bench. Don't apply weakness and resistance for bench Pokemon. Golem does 100 damage to itself. So basically it's a kamikaze move. It just suicides. Its boulder-like body is extremely hard. It can easily withstand dynamite blasts without damage. And the last card is another Graveler. I feel like there's missing, some cards missing here. Should be 60, I think. Oh, I just counted the cards and there's 56 cards here, so 4 cards are missing, and I'm pretty sure one of the cards are, I know one of the cards are Hitmonchan. There's supposed to be a Hitmonchan here, and one of the cards, and this one right here, the mysterious fossil, the evolutions to this card is also missing, and I think it was a Kabuto and Kabutops. The last card, I'm not so sure which one it is, but maybe I'll find it one day. So, for those of you who stuck around until the end, I have a little extra surprise. Just a small little fun thing we can end the video with, and that is a little pack opening. 151 booster pack. See what fun stuff we can get in here. Hopefully we can pull up Blastoise. That'd be a pretty cool way to end the video. So, we start off with a Diglett with a Headbutt, Bounce, Mud Slap. Then we have Drowsy, Zen Headbutt. Both of them wants the Headbutt. Bulbasaur. That's a really cute card. He looks so happy here. Leech Seed. Heal 20 damage from this Pokemon. While it is young, it uses the nutrients that are stored in the seed on its back in order to grow. says throw 90 plus. If you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, this attack does 90 more damage. This Pokemon clamps its pincers down on its prey and then either splits the prey in half or flings it away. That's pretty brutal. Machop. Mountain Mashing. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck. Punch 30 damage. Always brimming with power, it passes time by lifting boulders. Doing so makes it even stronger. It's in the mountain gym. Lifting boulders. Tentacruel. Poisonous Whip. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Tentacular Panic. Flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 90 damage for each heads. The first flip is if the first flip is tails, your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Its 60 tentacles can stretch and shrink freely. Tentacruels either tentacruel ensnares it preys in a net of spread out tentacles delivering venomous stings to its catch. This one you do not want to swim with. Dodrio. Zooming Draw. Once during your turn you may put 1 damage counter on this Pokemon. If you do, draw a card. Ballistic Beak. This Pokemon does 30 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. An odd species rarely found. The 3 heads respectively represent joy, sadness, and anger. Basic Energy and the code. So that's it. Here's the new one versus the old one. Machop and Machop. Which style do you like better, the old one or the new style of cards? I think I like the old ones much better. The foiling and the cool other stuff is nice, but I don't know, there's something nice about the old ones. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.